degeneration, musculoskeletal degeneration, then autoimmune type of problems like rheumatoid arthritis, this psoriatic type of skin lesions. All these are non-inflammatory, non-communicable lifestyle disorders where a single system cannot do much. So different systems. So the basic cause and genetic factors also, because now so many factors, things are genetically predisposed. So these all contributes to our ill health basically. So it's a very broad spectrum thing. I know. Not a single one.
Dr. Ramesh, talking about the Indian lifestyle that we live, and you're saying that in diabetes and in heart disorders, heart diseases, India is really steadily moving forward in a very fast pace. So why are we particularly predisposed to these things?
I feel that the main factor is the lifestyle. Lifestyle, see, earlier I remember that I am from Kerala, basically I am from Kerala. We are rice eaters. A simple example, lifestyle example I am telling you. We used to eat the rice which is hand milled. So it contains husk and it's a whole grain that we are using. And the vegetables and such things are used which is grown in our own premises only. And we use natural manures like cow dung, and to as pesticides we use neem leaves, this thing. These were the old custom. Now you see that we are totally, because globally we have accepted the scientific developments. Of course it is, I'm not telling that it is all needed, no doubt about that, but all these have created a lot of problems, because in India now it is also, again from a scientific article I am telling you, we do not, the purest form of atta available in India contain remnants of DDT, BHC, that kind of insecticides. So what we eat has completely changed. And suppose if we take milk, in olden days milk, we the cows used to grass and they come back by evening. They naturally take the
whatever grass grows around
and all. But now they are kept in artificial environments, and they are injected hormones to get more milk, and that milk is again processed. So everywhere the life is changed. What we eat has changed, and we are exposed to so many unnatural things, because like we use a lot of chemicals day to day in our cosmetics, and preserved food. See, homemade fresh food was the only food that we would depend upon earlier days. Now everything is packed. So different kinds of processed food, artificially flavored drinks, artificially preserved things, frozen things, many things.
Even the fabric we wear, the clothes we wear also.
So naturally all this has an effect on our Ayurveda always says that try to live in tune with nature. If you go away from nature day by day, all these kind of problems also.
You know, I want to specifically draw you to the Indian lifestyle, because there are lots of viewers who are tuned in. And if we could in some way bring in some basic principles of Ayurveda into our lives, simple methodologies, you know. So how should we start?
In Ayurveda, they are mainly talking about the prevention of health, swastha vrittam. That is the... we may not be in a position to completely adopt what they have described in those things, but they were telling about certain basic principles about how do we start a day, and when you eat food, what all things you have to take care. These things, at least if we educate, at least in our younger generation, because that is absolutely essential in this global scenario. Now our health is depleting day by day because of these kind of new health hazards. So one thing is that dinacharya is one thing that Ayurveda describes very clearly. What all things you have to do.
So dinacharya means the process of how your day is going to unfold.
So it actually it contains the psychological, physical and psychosomatic approach and a social well-being of an individual also, because code of conduct also they are telling about how to eat food. They are telling that you have to sit comfortably along with your friends, because who are really friendly to you, because if you are not friendly with a man and sitting and eating means it can cause you harm. But with the basic principle is that with a very congenial atmosphere, sitting with the friends, eat food slowly. And that too, for example, food, what they are telling, there is a Sanskrit shloka, Annena kuksher dvavamsho panen ekam prapuret ashayam pavanadinam chaturtham avasheshe. The meaning is that you take only half the stomach, half the stomach food. Then the next half, 1/4 you fill with the fluid you take, and the 1/4 you have to keep empty. This is one for important
churning.
Yes, churning and all. Another thing is that there is a very important aspect Ayurveda tells about Roga Anulpadaniyam. There is a chapter called Roga Anulpadaniyam in Dinacharya. What they are talking about, the natural urges. We have natural urges like our bhukhe, and then our tears, defecation, urination, sneezing, coughing. Everything is a natural urges. These natural urges, they are telling that don't suppress it or don't forcefully excite it. What they are telling that if 1 day or 2 days it is not a problem, but if it becomes a part of your lifestyle, you are going to become a permanent ailment. You are going to have some sort of problems. They are very clearly mentioning this in Charaka Samhita. There is a classical text called Charaka Samhita. Charaka Samhita, they are talking about Sadhatura. Sadhatura, the meaning is that they will be having some sort of problems always. In those days, it was kings, soldiers, priests and prostitutes they were discussing about. It is very clear that their time is not in their hand. So they either need to suppress their urges or they need to forcefully excite these things. This becomes a part of their life. So if it becomes a part of their life, continuously the internal environment of the body, the hormonal imbalance, everything changes, and he becomes a permanent
like a chronic disease.
Chronic disorders. So this is one thing. In modern lifestyle, it is very, very true. Because if we are in a meeting, continuously we sit, we have to suppress many things. Or we have to forcefully do these things. This is one aspect. Third thing, the combination of different food, because as I told you, we are now taking a lot of artificial things and all, but Ayurveda tells about a concept called viruddham. Viruddham, the thing is that mixing up of two incompatible food. One example is the citrus fruits with milk. Is not recommended in Ayurveda.
Lime or lemon, nimbu
with milk
with
or
doodh,
something.
with milk. This is wrong.
Citrus fruits, it is wrong. And chicken with dahi. Yes, that is another combination.
So
what
yogurt and chicken, dahi and chicken.
Chicken together. These are all common thing. I'm just so many examples they have which are not prevalent nowadays. But this is again one of the prevalent thing. What they tell is that actually, if these things are mixed together, it can create some kind of toxins internally, and that if you are regularly taking these kind of viruddhahar, that can also make a lot of changes internally and lead to different kinds of problems.
So that toxin is ama, what we call
ama. Yes.
Okay.
Ama is a concept in Ayurveda, which now modern medicine also in a way, because it's a very broad concept, different concepts are there. Ama itself is a subject which we had done a seminar on ama. So many papers are there, but in a nutshell I will tell you, the free radicals and antioxidants, that is a new theory in modern medicine. Nascent oxygen in different combinations, unhealthy food and all, nascent oxygens are produced internally, and that can damage the tissues, and that lead to so many kind of destructive activities internally. And for that only the antioxidants are given. Nowadays vitamin C, vitamin A, kind of things, fruits and such things are advised to take more in order to have more antioxidants, and then that can reduce the activity of the free radicals and reduce the damage of these.
Dr. Ramesh, we are going to go in for a short break, but when we come back, we'll also find out how do we recognize that ama is accumulating in our body, how do we tackle it. You spoke of 2 combinations of food. If we could discuss a few more, you know, these are little tips which would be very useful to our viewers, and we could slowly incorporate a healthy lifestyle. You know, when to drink water, when to eat yogurt, not to eat yogurt. I think Ayurveda has some rules on that. So we'll talk about all that and a lot more right after this short break.